Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to another edition of Baseball Talk. It is your host, Fran Rojas. And look, today's a little different. Taking a short break from ranking the NL East. Look out for that. Going to finish ranking the NL East very soon within the next few weeks. Go check out the Marlins. Go check out the Nationals, where I rank those teams. Before I get into this video, make sure you go check those out. I'll have those in the description box. But something a little different today. Talking a little bit of college baseball. I don't know. I barely know too much about college baseball, to be honest. I know that a college baseball World Series exists, and that's pretty much all I know. That's all I know about college baseball. That's pretty much it. So excuse me if I don't know too much about college baseball. I'm kind of starting to get into it now, or not. I'm not going to say I'm really diving into it, but, it's got my interest a little bit. We're going to talk about why. Shout out to Pitching Ninja. Shout out to Jared Carabas, because Carabas from Barstool, he's been tweeting out a bunch of this stuff about these college pitchers, these psychopaths, which we're about to talk about, and how they're making baseball look extremely fun, especially down in the college ranks. So let's talk about it. Especially, we're going to talk about these two guys, these two pitchers from Vanderbilt that are getting a lot of attention on social media. Obviously, scouts and their top prospects. That are looking to be, looks like they're going to be top 5 picks in the draft. Talking about son of Al Leiter, Jack Leiter, and Kumar Rocker. Kumar Rocker, I believe, is a junior. Leiter might be, forgive me, I forget what year he is at school. He's not a freshman. Definitely is not a freshman. He doesn't pitch like a freshman. Pitching like he's already in the majors, to be honest. But these two guys have been lighting it up. Rocker with a nasty fastball, a nasty slider, and a cutter to go with it. And Jack Leiter has a disgusting fastball, throwing upwards of 100, and a disgusting curveball. And I'm obviously, you probably already seen it. I'm probably editing it into the video right now. Some of their highlights, they have been incredible. And it's not just their stuff; it's their aura too. Kumar Rocker, the way you can feel his presence on the mound. He pitches with fire at times. And Jack Leiter's just his command, his confidence to go along with his stuff is just, he already looks like he's got the major league stuff. And it's really, really exciting to watch as a fan of Major League Baseball, to know that this is what we got coming up. And it's not just these two guys. Shout out to Pitching Ninja especially, because I wouldn't know about any of what I've been seeing lately of these college pitchers and the college baseball. Some of these college pitchers pitch with crazy personalities. I think Friedman, Pitching Ninja Rob Friedman described these guys as psychopaths. And some of these guys just they're striking dudes out, and they're yelling at the dugout, and they're just barking at them before they're walking back to their own dugout, and it's really exciting to watch. And I want this in the majors. I want that in the majors. I don't know if that's going to make the sport the most popular sport in the world. Probably not, but it can add a little bit of spice, a little bit of fire to the sport. Talking about we want to kind of get rid of some of these unwritten rules. We want to make the sport more fun. This is the type of stuff, man. And especially I think as baseball fans, a lot of baseball fans think that, it's going to come from the offense, more of these position players, more of these hitters like Fernando Tatis and Juan Soto or Ronald Acuna Jr. That's where we're expecting it to come from. I think that, looking at the late 90s, early 2000s, we looked at the home run and we said, this is what makes the sport fun, is the offense. But what if, pitchers can really bring the, make the sport expand a little bit? Because you're not seeing that too much in the majors. Okay, you might see it from a few pitchers here and there, but it's not really accepted in the majors for for guys to go crazy, and to maybe you saw a little bit out of Julio Urias from the Dodgers, who's a great young pitcher. But besides that, you don't really see it from too many pitchers. It hasn't really ever been accepted that you're allowed to go crazy after a strikeout and to bark at the hitter right after you strike him out. Joe Kelly from the Dodgers, he did it, and it became a whole thing, and he got suspended, and different scenario because it's the Astros and Manfred babying the Astros, so a bit of a different scenario, but it's that whole thing that pitchers aren't supposed to do that type of thing, and hitters aren't supposed to bat flip after a home run because it's disrespectful. And Tatis can't swing at a 3-0 pitch and hit a grand slam because hitters aren't allowed to, they're just not allowed to do that, even though it's the pitcher's fault for even letting it get in the 3-0 count. Doesn't matter what the score is. But maybe from the pitchers, I would love to see, and it's exciting because you're seeing it come from the youth, from the younger guys, the guys that are coming up and that are going to be in the majors in 5 to 10 years from now. You start in the minors and then get into the majors. But that's the exciting part, is that I see Kumar Rocker. It's not just the stuff. It's not just seeing Al Leiter's son, Jack Leiter, and their stuff is incredible. But it's the aura, it's the personality, it's the fire from some of these pitchers, like I just mentioned. That's what's exciting. That's the most exciting part. And maybe I'm going to start watching a little college baseball now because of it. And maybe Major League Baseball can take a page out of that. Maybe Manfred, Theo Epstein and Ken Griffey Jr. I know are new guys up in the. They're a part of the commissioner's office. Like they have not the ultimate power, but they have enough power to where they can bring that stuff into the game now. They're not the commissioner, like I said, but they're up there. So please bring me some of what I've been seeing on Twitter and Instagram from some of these college pitchers and even some of the college hitters. These are the younger guys that are learning, let's pimp home runs. Let's make the game fun. This is what baseball needs. This is what, I'm not saying that's going to cure baseball and bring it back to where it was in the late 90s and early 2000s, but, from what I've seen from these guys, especially Kumar Rocker and Jack Leiter, got me excited. And these guys are going to be top picks in the draft. I think Leiter was drafted by the Yankees back in 2019 before he went to Vanderbilt, but they signed him anyway because he's going to be that good. And he ended up going to Vanderbilt anyway. But I think he's going to be top 3, top 5 pick in the draft. Same with Kumar Rocker. From what I've read, Leiter's going to go ahead of Rocker, so which means Leiter's probably going to be going 1 or 2. I don't know what the top 10 prospects are that are going to be drafted, but from what I've read, Rocker and Leiter are right up there. So maybe they don't get up to the majors in the next 1 or 2 years after they get drafted, but they'll be up there soon, and I'm going to be anticipating both of these guys. And I'm excited from what I've seen from college baseball. Hopefully MLB can take a page out of college baseball and make the sport a little more fun and maybe a little more appealing to the younger crowd and even the older crowd too. Because there's a lot of the older crowd that still says the sport's boring or I don't watch anymore because the steroid era or whatnot. Or they just don't watch because it doesn't have that same appeal anymore, whatever. And I totally get it. But let's grow the game, and this is a part of growing the game. Take a page out of college baseball, Rob Manfred, Ken Griffey Jr., Theo Epstein. Please take a page from these guys. Please.